Yo, what's going on, everybody? Especially the Niner faithful. This is your boy Sammy J Reacts back with another video. And it's finally here, baby. The playoffs are here. The Niners know who they're going to be playing, and it's a very familiar opponent in the Seattle Seahawks. But before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button. It really helps the algorithm out. And if you're enjoying these videos, it just helps me out all the more. Okay, now that we got the formalities out of the way, it's time to talk business, baby. Because the Niners mean business. It's a revenge game. The Seattle Seahawks are coming into Levi Stadium, and they're going to be coming for blood because the Niners swept the season series. So just to quickly recap, the Seattle Seahawks won yesterday, and the Lions also beat the Packers in Green Bay, which is crazy. So that means that Seattle Seahawks got the 7th seed, and the Niners are the 2 seed, so they match up on Sunday. The game is going to be played on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. local time, and as a Niner fan, I can't wait for this game to come. Hey, yo, pause. But in all seriousness, man, This is it. This is a revenge game. You guys remember what Seattle did to us in 2013. If you don't remember the pain, don't worry. I'm going to put up a couple moments on the screen right now. How about when Seattle fans threw popcorn at Navarro Bowman when he injured his ACL? And all of the other moments in between. We got to get that get back, baby. These Seattle Seahawks fans be talking like we weren't the first ever team to win 5 Super Bowls. We are a dynasty. They've only won 1 in their entire freaking life. So just like the regular season, I think the Niners are going to dominate the Seattle Seahawks again. Now, the game in week 2 against the Seattle Seahawks at Levi Stadium wasn't even a contest. The Niners destroyed them, even with the quarterback injuries that we had. Not to bring up bad news or anything, but that's the game that Trey Lance went down for the season. And Jimmy Garoppolo stepped in, played well, did his job. The Seahawks barely could move the ball against us, and it was an easy win. Now, I will show some respect to the Seattle Seahawks. They do have some stud players in DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Kenneth Walker's a great player, and Geno Smith is having a career year. He actually set the single-season passing yardage record for the Seattle Seahawks. Not Russell Wilson. Geno Smith is the #1 leader on that list. But at the end of the day, he's Geno Smith. He's not Aaron Rodgers. Like, you don't fear the name Geno Smith coming into Levi Stadium, especially of all places. The Niners have done a phenomenal job bottling him up in the 2 games they played. And like I said, I just expect the same outcome. I don't think Seattle's going to be able to do anything. I think they have a puncher's chance, don't get me wrong, like everyone, right? Like, if they give us their best shot, they're going to come for us. And as we all know from last year, it's very hard to beat a division opponent 3 times in a row. So we can't underestimate these guys, especially since they know us the best. We play them twice a year. But I do expect the Niners to dominate, like I said. And here's a fun nugget for you. This is the first time the 49ers have swept the NFC West since 1997. They went 6-0 in the division. They outscored their opponents 179-66 in those 6 games. And Arizona, Seattle, and the Rams didn't score over 14 points in any of those 6 games. That's what you call dominance. So like I've been saying, man, I'm not really worried about the Seattle Seahawks in this matchup. The Niners are going to be prepared. They're going to be ready. The only way the Seahawks have a chance, the only way in my eyes the Seahawks have a chance is if Nick Bosa and Brock Purdy don't show up. Like, if Brock Purdy just starts turning the ball over left and right, that's the only way I see the Seahawks winning. But he hasn't done that yet, and he's probably the most poised quarterback Kyle Shanahan has had. So unless Purdy's trying to throw the game or anything, I don't see how the Niners don't just dominate this game. Especially when you just look at the matchups on paper. It's not even a matchup. It's a mismatch at every level. DK Metcalf going against Charvarius Ward is going to be very interesting because Charvarius Ward locked his ass up when last they met in Seattle. And I know DK is going to be coming for that get back against Mooney Ward, so that's going to be an intense, fun matchup to watch. But the one that worries me more is Tyler Lockett against Deommodore Lenoir. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not necessarily too worried about it because Deommodore Lenoir is actually a better matchup with Tyler Lockett than he has been against these other guys because like I've been saying for the past few weeks, Deommodore Lenoir has been there in coverage. He's just been getting mossed. He's just been too little. Last week, he gave up that big touchdown to A.J. Green, who, by the way, is like 6'5", 6'4". And that's not to mention that A.J. Green kind of pushed off on the play, but that's neither here nor there. And the week before that, I mean, Deommodore Lenoir was matched up against guys that are just physically bigger than him, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and Foster Moreau. I mean, he's there. He's in phase. He just needs to be more confident. He tackles great, so that's going to get his confidence up. And I'm actually looking for him to play a clean game this coming Saturday. But to me, the biggest mismatch on the defensive end against the Seattle offense is going to be our front 7. Nick Bosa and them boys gave them fits in Seattle. Now, I do expect their offensive line to be a little bit more prepared since they do have 2 rookies, I believe, starting on that offensive line. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's Nick Bosa, the Defensive Player of the Year, matched up against a bunch of rookies. And then obviously Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and Azeez Al-Shaair are going to do their job stopping the run game. Because if you can stop Kenneth Murray in that run game, they're really one-dimensional. And even though they have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and these other receiving threats, they aren't a pass-first team. That's not what they want to be. And then switching gears over to the offensive side, we want to be able to run the football with Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, whoever's back there, to set up our play action game and then our bubble and screen game, because when we're clicking like that, it's tough to stop us. And Seattle's really not a good run defense. They did a pretty good job when we went up to Seattle. I thought that was the best they played against us, specifically in the run game. But all of that selling out to stop the run and trying to stop Christian McCaffrey, we saw it. George Kittle went crazy in that game. He was wide open on a couple of plays, and it was absolutely insane. Obviously, the one play that was dialed up was crazy by Kyle Shanahan. But other than that, I do expect the Niners to be able to move the football easily, efficiently, and explosively. And then the special teams has been great in both of these matchups, so I expect that to continue. And honestly, I could see Ray McCloud. I keep saying it week in and week out. He's going to break one. He's due for a long touchdown, if not just a long return. And at the end of the day, the Niners are going to probably create a bunch of turnovers. That's their specialty. They've created 30 turnovers this year. That equals the most they've done since 2013, and that defense was special. The formula is simple for the Niners. Play good, execute well, you'll dominate. And I think the NFL even thinks this way too, because look where they put this game. It's the first game on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. This is the first game in the playoffs. That shows you what they think of this game. They think it's a mismatch. It's going to be the first game, one and done. They like to leave their later slots and their Sunday slots for the more competitive games. So that really tells you all you need to know about how the NFL thinks this game's going to play out. So again, we got to get that revenge for 2013. We got to keep pushing. We got to take care of business. We can't be toying around with the Seahawks, who aren't even, that first of all, the Seahawks aren't even a real bird. That's a fake ass bird. So let's finish these pretenders off. Get to the divisional round, dominate whoever that is, get to the NFC Championship game, dominate whoever that is, go to the Super Bowl, dominate whoever we play in the Super Bowl, and let's go take 6, because we are due for a 6th Super Bowl. But yeah, Niner faithful, I'm hyped up. I hope you're hyped up. You better be ready. You better be loud if you're going to the game on Sunday. You better be loud if you're going to the game on Saturday. Come on, baby. Let's take it home. But those are just my quick initial thoughts on this matchup against the Seahawks. I'm going to be going more in depth in more videos later this week. So if you're liking my videos, make sure you drop that like button, hit that subscribe button. Push all the buttons, because I love the Niners. I love making these videos, and I love y'all, Niner faithful. And as always, bang, bang, Niner gang. Peace, love, and positivity, everybody. Peace.
Oh.